A lot of you guys watching know that SCP-3008 is probably one of the most popular SCPs out there, and it's a pretty big deal on Roblox, everybody loves it, and recently I got a message from a Roblox developer who had told me that they made a brand new Roblox SCP-3008 game. The game is called SCP-3008-B Competitive Survival, but it might be changed to just SCP-3008 Arena, and from the title of the game you probably understand that this is a competitive survival game. You're competing to survive in a PvP environment. And so in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at everything this game has to offer. Now, for those who need an intro, howdy, Raid here, welcome back to an all new video, and I am so excited to be showing you guys this game. It has some crazy potential. This game actually has some pretty cool lore. You basically play as a Class D personnel from the SCP universe that's thrown into the Infinite Ikea to go explore it, and the other players in there with you are Class D personnel themselves, so you guys have to fight to survive. When you first load up the game, there's this really nice start menu where you're able to create your Class D personnel character, and I'm actually a playable character in the game. If you press customize, there's a completed character feature where you can play as the Raid Class D personnel. And when you load up into the game, there's two things that you have to know. This game is in very early development, so there's gonna be bugs and various glitches, but the developer is basically doing their best to make the game as fun as possible. So if you guys have any ideas, just drop them in the comments below and the developer and I will probably look through them. And as you're running through the Infinite Ikea, you're probably wondering what you have to do in the game. Before building your base, you're going to want to find a cafeteria because that's where you can find the knives. That's right, this game has a pretty cool feature where you can pick up knives as a weapon, and there are so many different weapons in this game that we're going to be taking a look at in the video. But did I tell you guys that you can throw the knife? Like, how cool of a feature is that? You can basically be like a ninja assassin, just throwing knives at whoever you want. And yes, when you get different weapons, you can kill employees in this game. But once you have a knife, you can basically walk up to different pieces of furniture, left click on it, and break it to get materials. And with those materials, you can craft different stuff for your base, you can craft some weapons for yourself, and you can even craft guns. That's right, my friends, guns. It's literally every American's dream come true. But at the start of the game, when you still have your knife, you want to get some food from the cafeteria and go and get some materials. Once you have some materials, you can probably craft some different stuff, but you should also create a base for the night. The building in this game is super simple, it's gonna get the job done, and it's not really bad either. And once you've got a base, you can press G to check your inventory. A nice little menu is gonna pop up. The inventory shows your character where you can basically put clothes on it on the two little boxes to the right. You can find clothes all around the map in these little boxes that we're gonna talk about soon. And through the inventory menu, you can actually press on crafting to open the crafting menu. There's a lot of stuff that you need a crafting station for, but you can still create things like a knife without a crafting table. And the basic crafting table itself is really simple to make. All you need is some iron, wood, and nails. And these are all materials that you can basically just get from breaking furniture or from finding these little boxes scattered around the map. These little boxes are basically supply crates that have a lot of different stuff that you can find. Like mentioned before, you can find clothes and various materials. Once you've got a crafting table, you can make different things like the spear, which is an item that'll help you break things faster. It's a lot better than the knife, and it can also kill employees really well. But a lot of you guys are probably wondering how you can get some guns in this game.
Hey guys, Mr. Employee here. Leave a like on the video and the Roblox game, and comment 3008 guns for free meatballs, and go play the game in the description below for free good luck.
In my opinion, I feel like guns in this game are probably the most important aspect because this is a PvP game. You're going to want to create some guns to quickly fight other players. The various guns that this game has include a handcrafted lever action rifle, a pump shotgun, a revolver, and just a regular handcrafted automatic pistol. You can also craft a bow, but personally, I don't think anybody's going to want that when there are people running around with guns. Now, when you're crafting, you also need ammo for your guns. Ammo is really easy to make. It's usually just some aluminum and some gunpowder. And the nice thing is that you don't need a crafting station when you're making ammunition for your guns. So if you're in the middle of a battle and you're low on ammo, it's really easy to craft more. The easiest gun in this game to craft is the revolver. It's the one you probably want to make first before anything else. That way you'll be able to defend yourself easily from other players. The recoil isn't that bad. It's really easy to use and it's really easy to shoot other players. The PvP aspect of the game is really fun. You kind of jump around and shoot at other players if they attack you. And as mentioned before, you can kill the employees, but once you shoot at them, they attack you really quickly, so you gotta try to shoot fast. And if you guys are the type of people to be scared about dying and then losing your base after battling somebody, don't worry, because if you walk up to a bed and press F, you can set it as your spawn point. It's honestly one of the coolest features in the game. You can just bring a bed into your base and then set it as your spawn and spawn back there. And I also have to tell you guys that if you do die a lot, don't worry, your stuff all saves in a little backpack at the point of your death. So if you guys remember where you died and go there, you'll be able to get your stuff as long as nobody's stolen it yet. The game has so many awesome features. There's hammers that you can get to reinforce things. There's also doors that you can set in your base and add other people to. For example, you can add a friend to be able to open your door. It's pretty awesome and it's a nice way to secure your base. And if you guys have racked up a ton of stuff from people you've killed, you can craft a chest and place a lot of your stuff in there. And have I mentioned the SCP sites? Scattered around the map are these dark crates with the SCP Foundation logo where you can find various loot. There are also smaller crates in these SCP Foundation sites that spawn, and they hold some really good loot. In these crates, you can find attachments for your guns, more materials, and even an assault rifle. Now, the revolver is a pretty good gun, but personally, my favorite gun was the shotgun. That thing is a beast. It's a lot stronger than the revolver, and it is so fun to use. I highly recommend you guys to craft it. And as you're surviving in the infinite Ikea, you're building, you're killing other players, you're killing employees, you're gonna get something called research points. And the really cool thing is that you can actually use these research points in the research shop in the main menu of the game. The better of a player you are, the more points you'll get, so the game is actually rewarding you for playing by letting you buy like different stuff in the game. The game doesn't have a pay to win aspect. You can't buy points, you're gonna have to play and grind to get more. But these points make your life a lot easier because you can get materials that are uncommon, ammunition, and even weapons. My tip is that you guys spend your points on uncommon materials because those are really going to help you out. But there's a whole ton of possibilities on the different stuff that you can buy, so spend what you want. Remember that this game is a competitive survival SCP-3008 game. Not only do you survive, but you compete against other players. I just have to mention that again because there are going to be a lot of people that are like, this isn't a sandbox, and it's like a sandbox mixed with an arena game. This game is going to have a lot more updates and it's very early, so if you play now, you guys are going to be the OG players. So go secure your spot as an OG player in the game and play it in the link in the description.